Hello, everyone. It is Friday evening. Today's date is the 20th of December. This weekend, I'm never sure if it's the 21st or the 22nd. Some people say one, some people say the other. It's the longest day of the year. Well, it is in the Southern Hemisphere. And for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, it's probably the shortest day. Does that sound right? How is everyone tonight? Have you had a good weekend? We're getting close to Christmas, but I am feeling less stressed than normal at this time of the year because I've got most of the things out. I got everything out that had to go out. I still have a couple of things I need to do before Christmas, but most of it's done. Oh my goodness. I think that almost never happens. I'm not really sure. I think it's because this year I knew there was kind of the threat of maybe having to run home suddenly, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen with my dad being so sick. And I think that it pushed me to get more things done early, which is not a good thing, but maybe I should try and do that every year. Oh, you guys are all talking about your kids and their challenges, and I'm sorry to hear all of those things. I'm just looking through comments. You know, you guys, this is why we all need to be kind out there in the world, because you just don't know what people are going through, right? You don't know what battles people are fighting behind the scenes. And just because someone, smiles at you or says hello or something like that, you don't know what they're going through. And that's why we always have to be kind. Hello, Sol Vega. How are you? I know there's been times in my life I've been at the grocery store and someone's been extra friendly, or somebody's been really rude, and then you think they don't know what I'm dealing with. They don't know. And I'm sure that everyone feels the same way. Great group of support and friends. I know. It's fabulous. Thanks, Roz. I really appreciate that. Oh, goodness me. But Christmas tends to bring out whatever you're feeling, whether it be lonely or whether it be connected or whether it be all the different emotional states that you can be in with all the different challenges that we all have. Christmas tends to exaggerate whatever it is that you're feeling. And that's why I think we need to be extra kind to each other at Christmas time, because if you feel sad, you're going to feel extra sad on Christmas potentially. So I think that's why it's really important for us to remember that as we chat to each other and spend time together. So, I'm so sorry I'm not saying hello to everybody individually. Yeah, it's been a challenging month, hasn't it, for everyone, I think. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Joan. Hi, Margaret. Sheila, hello. You said what a week. Have you had a big week personally, or is that just what a week because we're the week before Christmas, just generally? Let me see. I've missed lots and lots of people. I am so sorry, guys. I just don't have the opportunity to talk to everyone and call you all by name. I know we have the Margarets here, and we have some other folk, but I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope that whatever you're doing this Christmas, whether you're with family or you're not, that you'll remember that you're loved. And I will be I'm not going to be doing a Technique Tuesday live this coming Tuesday. It's Christmas Eve, and I've decided I'm taking that one off. I've got some things I need to get done that afternoon, so I've decided to go easy on myself, and there will not be a Technique Tuesday video this coming Tuesday, the 24th of December. But then after Christmas, back into it Friday, Sunday, and Tuesdays as per normal. So just this coming Tuesday is the one that I won't be live. I'm just looking through. It's your 7th Christmas without your husband, Glinda. I'm sorry. So do you have family, or do you spend Christmas with other people? I had one Christmas by myself, like completely by myself. It was many years ago. And it was when I was single parenting, and the kids were having that Christmas with their dad. And my parents were unable to come down. This when my mum was still alive. My parents were unable to get down here, and then the kids were coming home on I think Christmas night or the very next morning, so I couldn't really go up to my parents' place, and so I was completely by myself. And I had a few friends reach out and say, hey, don't be by yourself, you can come and have lunch at our place. But what I decided to do, and it was completely for selfish reasons, don't think I'm really unselfish person, but the reason I did this was to actually have something to focus on other than myself. I went and helped out at the local homeless shelter who were doing Christmas lunch. So so they had lots and lots of people dropping in, and it was actually lovely. It was really, really nice. You know, we helped in the kitchen. We served meals and talked to the women and men in there, and that was actually a really good experience. So I'm glad I did it. Exactly right. That's right, Susan, that kindness and a smile cost nothing. I know, right? Oh, look, we all have, I think that's right. We do always try to be kind, Leslie, but I think just that extra bit at Christmas time is awesome. Some of you may have seen on my VIP group and also my personal Facebook profile, I posted the fire engines going past our house this afternoon. They do this every year. I don't know. I think it's maybe the local council that organises it. I'm not actually sure who organises it, but it's very, very cool. Oh, good to hear, Glinda. I'm glad about that. So they have a Santa Claus. Somebody, thankfully today wasn't super hot. It was only about 26 degrees or something like that. So I was really glad because he's wearing his big red suit, which must be super hot. And he's walking down the street with a bunch of guys in high-vis vests, his helpers, and then they've got 2 fire engines, and you know they have the siren going periodically, and they're playing Michael Bublé music, and you know I just videoed a little bit of it as it went past my house, and it was kind of cool because I thought it sounds so Australian. You know, you've got your fire engines, Santa, and Michael Bublé, not very Australian. But then you've got the cockatoos screeching in the background, and you've got cicadas screeching, singing the song of their people. You know, like dogs barking. It was a bit of fun. But my next door neighbours have very young children. One's too young probably to know. The other one, I think she's probably 2 or 3. And they sat out there on their little camp chairs, and because you can hear them coming for ages, these hot fire engines, so they sat out the front of their house and waited for Santa to come by, and he spent a little bit of time. And I got a little bit teary. I thought, what a lovely thing to do. You know, it's a really nice way of, you know, having kids experience that. I think it's really nice. We may not have snow, but we still have Christmas spirit. So there you go. Oh, your brother-in-law's a volunteer fireman and dresses up at Santa and goes off in the engine. Yes, I'm sure whoever that got, he looked like he was having a great old time, I've got to tell you. Yeah, I think that's a really nice thing to do, Roz. You know, just to volunteer at the homeless shelter because you know, they're real people with real problems and issues, things that got them to be in a difficult position. They don't have the opportunity to have Christmas with their families, and it was it felt like a really good thing to do. So it was good for me, it was good for my soul, but it was also you know, great for them as well. Hey Leslie, nice to see you. All right, well, we've had a bit of a chat tonight. I know this is a long time with no crafting. Let's get going. I'm going to hit the button and we'll get started. I'm sorry about all the chit chat. I'm going to turn the light on because and I'll try and remember to craft up here tonight, because I have a tendency to craft down too low, and you guys are having to yell at me and tell me to get my act together and craft further up. So we are almost up to the very end, aren't we? So on page 16 of the mini catalogue, that's this one that's about to end. If there's stuff in here that you like, do check to see that it's if it's retiring or on the last chance list. We have a last chance list in the online store, and straight after this video I will put the details up so that you can go down and click on that link if you want to. Okay, so you know, that's exactly right. There's always someone going through something harder than you, and that's something I have to remind myself all the time, because it's very easy to feel sorry for yourself, right? And there's other people who are doing it much tougher. So yeah, it's something to remember. So this is the one we did last week. We did the one with the and you may have seen I posted it on my page today. This one here, we had the reindeer with the presents around, and so that was based on this sketch. This is the one I've got, and I was thinking, you know, we could do a couple of tags too, but this one here is the very last card, in the selection, and I rather like this sketch. I think this is really nice. So it looks like it has your card front there, or your card base, and then a piece of paper that's going down like a banner, then almost a square on top, and then a circle inside that, and then a little, maybe this is a sentiment flag, a sentiment banner. So if everyone can see that. So this is what I thought I would do. And I thought tonight, seeing as, are we all Christmased out? Are we? Because I could do something from the new catalogue with this sketch, if you think that I should. If you would like me to do a Christmas card one last time, then I will do a Christmas card, and I'll quickly do a switcheroo in my head as to what we're going to do with this. Or I could do one of each. We could do that too. So I was wondering, would you prefer to see a last hurrah for Christmas cards and things that are in this catalogue, or would you prefer to see something new and upcoming in the new catalogue that starts 7th of January? New. There's 5 news. Okay, I get the picture. All right, but I'm going to keep this here because I want to keep an eye on this sketch. I'm just going to put it right there at the back of my desk. And let's pick something I haven't even opened properly yet. I'm going to pull out, this is a new set called Terrific Toadstools. It has matching paper and the best bit of all, a matching punch. All right, so this one you can see here cuts out the shape of this toadstool and this toadstool here. And also it does a stem for the toadstools as well. You can either stamp it or you can just punch it out. So that's kind of cool. Can you see that? I haven't even opened it yet. That's how new it is. So it's still in its wrapping. And I'm going to open it up and we will get it out. All right, so this is, it's sometimes, unless I hold it in the right light, it's hard to see what the punch looks like. But this one perfectly matches up with this set. Has anyone got this one? Oh, Leslie said she'd like to see Christmas. I think you're alone, Leslie. Goodness me. People are saying, and Margaret said, ew. I think you meant new. I think that's what you meant, but, you know, ew. Or is it something you really don't like? Oh, my goodness. Really? Are you serious? They've got hot cross buns out already? No. I thought they would at least wait until Christmas was over. All right. So here's the deal with this, okay? This is going to be a new bundle, okay? You'll be able to buy them separately, but I don't know. You could make toadstools with this, but I think it makes a whole lot more sense to have it go with the stamp set, don't you think? And usually stamp and punch bundles are very well priced, okay? So there's that to know. In 1 second, I'm going to go and grab. It's on your list, is it? Good. And Margaret said she's over Christmas. Hello, Margaret Keep. How are you going? You've been hot down there in Geelong. Oh, yeah, we have the best group. We have the best group of girls. That's all I can say. So, I can't show you the inside of the catalogue. It's just it's a company policy. There's actually a few reasons why we can't, but one of the main reasons, I've been asked this a couple of times, one of the main reasons why we don't show the inside of a new catalogue beforehand is because we have the cheap Chinese knockoff companies that don't need any help finding our images before they go live for them to start reproducing, like stealing our images and actually reproducing to the point that they actually steal the marketing off the pages as well. And then they reproduce it and do it, you know, undercut Stampin' Up, which is a huge problem for Stampin' Up demonstrators, and it's a huge problem for Stampin' Up because they pay people a lot of money to come up with these beautiful exclusive designs. They pay marketers to put them together in a catalogue. They produce the catalogue, and then certain companies, you probably know who they are. I love hot cross buns too, Sheila. I love them. Certain people out there that work for this Chinese company go and steal those designs and put them in on their website, and that is also the reason why Stampin' Up no longer makes all the stamp sets in the catalogue actual size. They always used to be actual size, but they don't do that anymore, once again, to make it harder for the knockoff companies to actually steal the designs. Okay, so that is part of the reason. All right, and that is a big reason why. All right, so we have this set called Terrific Toadstools, and I'm just quickly looking in my in my catalogue, and I'm just going to tell you how much that is. Give me 1 second while I find it. All right, I found it. Okay, so the punch is $42. The stamp set is $34. These are Australian dollars that I'm telling you, so don't worry if you're in a different market. It'll be whatever it is in your market. But here in Australia, $34 for the stamp set, $42 for the punch. But you can get the bundle, and the whole bundle is $68.25, which is pretty good, right? Because that's 10% off as well. So it's a really nice little bundle. If, however, you are spending over $100 from the 7th of January to the end of February, you'll also qualify for a free celebration item. And guess what? The Terrifics Toadstools matching paper has this is a celebration item. So if you were purchasing this and then you maybe added on some, I don't know, cardstock or adhesive or something else that you wanted, as soon as your order goes over $100 and you get a free thing, you can get the matching paper that goes with this bundle. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Oh, yes, apple and cinnamon is probably my favorite as well. Although I don't mind just a good old cinnamon one. All right, so let's have a quick look at this paper because it's really pretty. I will tell you the colours in it. The colours are Early Espresso, Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Melon Mambo, Poppy Parade, and Pumpkin Pie. Okay, these are the colours in here. All right. You guys are having a good old time talking about hot cross buns. So you can see on one side you've got your toadstools, and on the other side we've got this little green leafy design. And there's 8, I believe, 8 of each sheet, which means if you're running a class like me, there's plenty to work with. So it's really, really great. This is the Melon Mambo kind of, that can make your eyes go funny. It looks, you won't be able to unsee this after I tell you, but it kind of looks like a specimen under a microscope, don't you think? Or maybe in a petri dish. So that's probably not what you wanted to hear, but that's what it reminds me of. Oh, I like this one. So we've got the Melon Mambo, the Fresh Freesia, and the Granny Apple Green with the little mushrooms. Oh, who's got the smoke? Oh, okay. Yes, that's not good for asthma. And then we've got like a wood grain on this side. I think, is it wood grain? Maybe it's spores being blown around in the wind. I don't know. And then this one with little dots. And on the back of that is stripes. I do love me some stripes. Stripes, if I have an opportunity to use stripes, I usually use them. So you may end up seeing stripes on this card. And then we've got like a little toadstool design here. Very nice with the pink in the background. And then we've got Fresh Freesia stripes on the back. Hello, Megan. How are you? We're going through the Terrific Toadstools bundle and the matching celebration paper. So we're going to make a card with it in a second. We've got snails and ladybugs and toadstools here. You see the little ladybugs? They're cute. Like that one. And then on the back of that, we have got like Melon Mambo crosshatch, which is rather nice. All right, so you're good. Excellent. Ah, I see. Yes, that is a good point, Marilyn, because it's not just about all the Christmas cards and things we make, right? So I'm going to pop that to one side. And remember the colours that we talked about a moment ago? So the colours I want to concentrate on, we've got Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Melon Mambo, Poppy Parade, and Pumpkin Pie. So the ones I'm particularly interested in this one are Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, and Melon Mambo. So let me grab those out. So Melon Mambo is, for me, a really lovely, bright, hot pink. It's always nice. And then we have Fresh Freesia. And Granny Apple Green was the other colour. And Granny Apple Green is one of my favourite greens to work with. And you know what? It hasn't always been, but I've become rather fond of it. There we go. Those three. So the this is 6x6 paper, obviously. And you get 8 sheets of each, which is rather good if you, like I said, if you're going to be running classes or something like that and you needed a lot of it. I'm thinking which color I'm going to work with is going to depend on which one I'm going to use. Like I definitely want to use the stripes. I can't help myself. These are the stripes. Oh, no, they're not. These are the stripes. That one there. I really like these. And that's got the granny apple green, the fresh freesia, the melon member, also pumpkin pie in that one as well, and a little bit of early espresso. But I think I will stick to those 3 colors that I've pulled out. So I like that on one side. And then maybe, so I want to use something that's got similar colors. So this one looks really nice with that, this one. And all of them are going to go because that's usually how, how it normally paper works. No, I don't like this one with that because there's no orange in it. So, and the same with that one. I think I've found the one I want. I think I'm going to stick with it. Oh, the one with the ladybugs is not bad. This one down here, that would look okay because we've got orange and pink and we've got all the same colors. So we could go with this one with the snails and the ladybug, or go with this one. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. All right. So those are the colors I wanted to pull out. So sometimes when you've got new paper, a really good thing to do is to, put the different designs side by side and work out which ones look good together. Do you know what? That's absolutely, I get it, Margaret. I was brought up that way as well, so I totally get it. And my mum used to really hate the commercialization of Christmas, as she called it. So I'm using my melon mambo here. And we're going to have, because it looks really nice with that, doesn't it? So I'm going to have a white card base. I'm going to stick with, so if I have this here, I'm deciding which one I want to have. So remember our sketch? The sketch, we have the banner. And I'm deciding what the banner, I think the banner might look good in the stripes. And then the one on top will be this little guy here. So I'm actually thinking I could cut a banner and that would be just as easy. But we actually have a die. We have a couple of dies that will do great banners. The Nested Essentials dies does a really great banner. Let me just find it. And we also have a new one. Oh, I was trying to remember what it's called. And I've got all my sets alphabetically, but the new set, is it called Beautiful Birthday? No, give me a second while I find it. 1 second. Problem is, it's the one that's on the cover. The one that's on the cover of the catalogue. Birthday Celebration is what it's called. So it should be under B in my... Yep, found it. Right, so these are the two that will cut a really nice banner, okay? Now, on our sketch, the banner is behind, and then this square or almost square piece is on top. All right, so I'm going to use, for the piece that's on top, I'm going to use my largest square of the Stylish Shapes dies, because that one's going to be really good for that. And then the Nested Essentials, let me show you that. It's going to give me, I've got some nice banners in this set. So we've got one like this, and you're thinking, but that's too small. This is not going to work. But it is going to work, because what I would do if I was going to use this to be behind my square is I would cut my banner in half and put the top bit just poking out at the top of the square and pop the bottom bit at the bottom of the square. Okay, so we've got that option. That's the Nested Essentials, and it's got, it's got some really great shapes in it. But I like the little banners that you can get in these. And then some people have a problem with the words Merry Christmas and other people don't. Now, in this birthday celebration set, this is new, okay? It's got it's got numbers, which is fantastic. We've got tassels, and we've also got this banner. All right, so this is like a different shape. So this is like one's concave and one's convex. Can you see that? So one has the banner going down, and that would work as well. I think I'll be using this one today because it matches the sketch better. Not that it really matters, because the sketch is meant to be inspiration, not meant to be copied exactly. All right, so I'm just going to put that out of the way. But that was an alternative if you had that one. So I'm going to cut this. I'm thinking I would like, do I want the stripes to go across my banner, or do I want the stripes to go down my banner? Big decision. I think maybe across. I'm going to have them go across. So I'm going to put this through my cut and emboss machine, and then I'm going to cut this piece, my toadstools. I'm going to cut them with my squares. So those two things are what I'm going to do now. And I may end up covering up some of these anyway, but I think I'll start with that, and then let's see where that takes us. All right, so the banner first. And then the other one is the one with the toadstools on it. Now I'm wondering if we're going to end up covering up a bit of this, but that's okay. We'll just take it one step at a time and see how it goes. All right, so this is the piece that I'm going to have going under. Then my square will be on top, but we need to cut this one. So you can use a pair of scissors, you could use your trimmer. It doesn't really matter, and I'm going to cut it almost exactly in half, like that. Because then what will happen is I'll have the bottom down here and the top bit up the top, and then this piece will go over in the middle. It looks like it's one long continuous banner. Can you see what I've done? So that's how you can, work with a smaller banner to make it look bigger. Oh, everyone's saying down. Did I have it in the wrong spot again? I'm so sorry, everyone. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. All right, so I'm actually going to go ahead and glue this straight down. I could also, if I wanted to, I could glue it behind here and put it on here, but I'm actually just going to glue this straight down to the Melon Mambo cardstock. So the whole point of a sketch, guys, is not to copy it exactly. The whole point of a sketch is to give you inspiration, right? It's meant to inspire you so that you get ideas and get crafty without, feeling like you're constrained or pushed into a box. You don't want to have to try and copy something exactly, because I feel like that is a bit stifling. Whereas if you can copy it exactly if you want to, but I like the idea of using it as inspiration and then, going outside the box a little bit. All right, let me pop this back on here. Like that. All right, so then this piece is going to end up on, I'm going to have that on dimensionals, and it's going to be a little bit higher. If I wanted to, I could also put a mat behind that, which would also look nice. But you can see that on here we have a circle. Now I did a little bit earlier, I had a circle here on my desk. I wasn't actually, I can just use like a 1 3/4 inch punch. Oh, and I've also got this little guy, so we might end up using that. Let me see if I've got any circles here in my scrap box ready to go. I might. Sometimes you just do, right? Well, that one's not a bad size. That's probably about right. But as you can see, I have covered up some of the well, I've covered up the main toadstool. That's okay. And the reason it's okay is because we're going to make our own. All right. So this is what I've got right now. The other thing I could do is I could do this on a color, and then, you know, because I then would have my banner on a white piece. So maybe I don't want that. Maybe I actually want to have it on maybe a garden green piece, or I could use a blending brush and color this. That would work. Maybe that's what we do. I'm going to grab some granny apple green and let's give that a whirl. And let's have a look too at the toadstools that are on here, you know, for a bit of inspiration. So we may end up doing a few different things. So I'm just going to kind of colour this a bit. It does hide the mushrooms, but that's okay because we're going to add our own mushrooms. So, and we can still see these little mushrooms sticking out the sides. So it's still pretty. All right, so I've got my kind of, and don't worry about the blob in the middle. That's where we're going to put our mushroom. So I'm going to grab myself, give me a second while I find a piece of basic white cardstock that's sitting right here next to my desk. And which one will I do? Maybe I'll do this one here. And will I make it pink? Maybe pink, like a hot pink mushroom. And then maybe let's pop that. Whoops. And because it's got early espresso in the paper, there's a little bit of it here. I can get away with that. So we might use that as well. So who had noticed this in the catalogue and wondered what the heck you were going to do with it? Because sometimes that happens, right? All right, I'm just wondering, when I haven't used this before, when I pop this in, I'm going to be going in from this way. So I actually want the top of the mushroom facing down. So if I've done that right, let's see. I think this will be right. So see how that mushroom perfectly lines up? That's kind of cute. And maybe I will do a second one. I don't know. I don't know that I need one, but I'm going to try and see what the larger mushroom. I might prefer that one. Trying to stay awake, Julian. I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes after a swim, that's just what you want to do. You want to have a sleep. All right, I'm going to use orange, the pumpkin pie, for this. And let's see how that goes. Oh, I think I have to have, yep, need to have that facing down as well. Right, so this one is at the top. All right. So I was going to stamp the stem, which I have already on here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just grab a piece of early espresso cardstock. Sorry, I had to go grab a scrap of that. So this is very dark brown, but let's see how it looks because the colour is in. There we go. I'll do 2. I don't know whether I actually want to do 2 the same, but we'll try. I'll close these up, otherwise I know I'm going to stick my fingers in them. Oh, hey Moira, how are you going? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Cherie. I feel a little bit like that too. But we're going to be okay. All right. So I'm going to try this and we'll see how it looks. I got that up the right way? I think I do. And then this one. And then we've got 2 little stems. And I'm thinking they would kind of look like this. And then we'll have our little banner, and I might cut it down a little bit smaller, the little banner down the bottom here. And I can actually make this a shorter banner. So we might do that because I feel like it's a little bit big. But let's see what words. Have we got any words that are going to fit? We got other, there's really cute little things on here. It's super cute, actually. Okay, I've got an idea. I'm going to get this little, it's like a mountain or a mound of, it's a mound. It's a grassy mound. That's what it is. And I'm going to pop that onto this. And I'm going to use my Granny Apple Green ink. So it's going to be a little bit darker than the blending that we did because we're stamping it straight on. All right. And I'm going to pop that across the bottom here. Now, it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. Can you see that? So I'm going to grab my blending brush again. And I'm going to add some more green to the bottom of this. Just to make it look a little bit less. And don't forget our banner's probably going to go across there anyway. So it's going to be covering that. So, yeah, the banner's going to go there. So that's okay. So I also need to grab a bit of paper towel because now I've used the blending. I need to make sure I clean up so I don't end up with green ink everywhere. All right, so let's put these on. I'm going to go this one. Whoop. Trying to remember to keep it up. One like that. Now, this one is going to go on here, so it's going to go kind of at the top, but I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. So I'm going to have the dimensionals on the bottom there so that they are actually on top of the circle. Like that. And then this little guy, he's going to end up on a dimensional further down. So I'm actually going to put his dimensional on first, and then I'll pop the stem underneath and move it up as high as I need to. I'm actually going to take a tiny, tiny bit off the stem because it's a little bit too long. Which way does it go? It goes that way. Like that. And then it's going to go on dimensionals in the middle of the square. And we're nearly done with this sketch. Can you believe it? Of course, we need to put on a card base as well. But I'm going to put some dimensionals behind here. What? What have I done? What did I do wrong? Everyone said I've done something wrong. They look like sombreros. What have I done wrong? So this is the underside. Oh, I see. I see. I understand what you guys are saying. All right. I think I maybe learned something. All right. Okay, I can fix that. Thankfully, I've got all of you guys to keep me on my game, right? Because what would I do without you? I'd just get it wrong, I guess. It's all right. We're going to fix them. That's all right. Yeah, they look a bit weird. You're right. I'm thinking, what's wrong with the mushrooms? Ah, I see. All right. Okay. So we need we need the bits going up the other way. Now that I've got these on there, let me see if I can move this. I probably can get that one off with no trouble. And I'm going to do a couple more. Well, that was silly. You're right, guys. Oh, it just went on the floor. So who knows where that went. All right. Ah, dear. Sorry, people. I'm mushroom challenged. Hey, you can't be perfect all the time, right? So if I was to put that one, and I put it, oh, this, I already did it wrong again. Oh my God. Just chat amongst yourselves while I make a complete idiot of myself here. That's okay. I'm pulling it apart. All right, rip that off. All good. All good. All right, so let's see. We want it like that, right? Is that what you guys are saying? Is that what I did wrong? I think it is. So the stem needs to go up on the underside here. Have I got it right this time, people? What do you think? I should have used a glue dot, not Tombow, but anyway. Is that better? And then this one, same thing. I need to pop it on, and this one needs to have a little dimensional behind here. Have I got it better this time? Much better. Oh yes. See, you guys are gonna keep me right. All right, and then a glue dot would have been better. So I'm going to actually add a glue dot. It's not the first time I've completely got things around the wrong way on a video. But hey, I can always rely on you guys to get me doing what I'm supposed to be doing. How about that? Is that better? We got it better this time. Ta-da! You can fix anything. There's no such thing as a mistake in papercraft. You guys know that, right? All right. So the last thing that's on here is this little banner, and you can see it's much smaller than my banner. My banner's a little bit big. Now, I could still do it. I could still get away with it and pop it here. and that would work, okay? Or if I want to have it off on one side, like in the sketch, I could do that as well. So I don't know. What do you think? Do we like that idea? Let's see. What can we have that will fit on there? We've got a few sentiments. We've got just a little thank you, which is very cute. You are magical mushrooms, I guess, and popping up to say hi, which isn't going to fit on my banner. But I think maybe the you are magical would fit, or definitely the other one fits. So let's see. Pop this here. And I'm thinking, will I go with the Melon Mambo ink? Or probably Melon Mambo. Or I could do the orange too, but I think I'll stick with the Melon Mambo. The thing is, if you're going to use pink or orange or purple or red on your photopolymer stamps, you want to make sure you clean them straight away because they stain. Those colours stain. I feel like we need to add some Winter Stella or something like that. What do you think? So there you go. Cute little mushroom set that I had no idea how to use, obviously. But do we like it in the middle? I kind of feel like I do want it on the right hand side, and then maybe a little bow or some bling or something over on the right hand side. Collaborative effort. Yeah, and look, it's a cute set too, isn't it? I do very much like it. I got it because I am a sucker for any set that has a matching punch, because I think even though I love my dies and I love having access to all those, you know, easy cutting shapes and all that kind of stuff, there is something really wonderful about the quick instant gratification you get with a punch. Okay, punches are awesome, and I will say that over and over again because I love them. All right, so let me see this side. I'm actually going to load up 2 dimensionals. You're thinking, why am I doing that? Because this has got a couple of layers here, and if this is going to be down on here, I don't want it to be wonky. So I'm actually going to pop that right here over this edge. And then this doesn't need another dimensional because we've already got the dimensionals under here. So I'm actually going to pop a glue dot under there. And I'm just going to use anything to grab a glue dot off there. I probably could have put it on before I stuck it down, but I didn't think of that. All right. Like that. Looking good. We're going to need it on a white card base, I think. And I think we need some bling, don't you? Bling, or I'll tell you what, one possibility. This is another celebration item, and I'm loving this. Let me just grab it for you because I have been using it quite a bit. And this is, oh, I didn't realize I've actually got a bow already tied. Woohoo! Winning. Look at that. I do rather like it over on the right hand side, seeing as our greeting is on the left. So I'm going to cut that. It was meant to be because I've already got a bow there without even realizing. I was working on something earlier and then changed my mind and left the bow. But this is Fresh Freesia seam binding ribbon. Super easy to tie and work with. I love seam binding ribbon. It's a favorite ribbon item. And so we've got that coming, and that goes very, very nicely with this paper because it has Fresh Freesia in it. What do you think? Do we like that? And then, haha, another celebration item. Hey, I'm throwing all the celebration items at you tonight. Let me grab it. These are new as well. So this is these sequins are coming, and we have the pink. I don't know if it's Berry Burst or Melon Mambo, actually. I probably need to go and check that out. But I know this is Fresh Freesia, this is Bubble Bath, and this is like iridescent white. This looks like it might be Berry Burst, but I think it still goes, so I'm going to use it. Or I could use the Fresh Freesia as well. But let me see. I think I'll put one down here, and then maybe a little guy over next to my banner, and then another one up the top here. What do you think? Do we like that? And let me cut myself a basic white card base. Some of you may have noticed too that I have put up some dates. I did that on my VIP group, but the dates cover the next couple of weeks when the videos are on. So no video next Tuesday, but we do have Craft Along the following Monday, the 30th. Okay, so Craft Along is coming up. This month we are doing window sheet wonders, which means acetate cards or different ways of playing with acetate. I love window sheets. I like to use them to make everything from card bases right through to you know, shaker cards, and yeah, lots and lots of fun things that we'll be doing with that theme on that day. So if you can, if you're around on the 30th of December, love to spend some time with you and do Craft Along together. 2 p.m. it will be, which is the normal Craft Along time. All right, let's get this on here. And here's my card with the terrific toadstools. I actually really like it. It turned out great, even though it took me a little bit to get the toadstools right, and I needed your help to get that. Oh, thank you, Megan. So Megan's told us that they are Berry Burst. I thought it was, yeah, Berry Burst, Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, and white. But I would call it iridescent white because there's definitely a bit of shininess going on with those. So yeah. So there we go. We made a card with the terrific toadstools. I hope you like them. I hope you like it. Oh, there they are again. So these are a free celebration item as well. They'll be free with a $100 order. And you can choose them when you're shopping through the online store, or if you prefer to place your order directly with a demonstrator, you can contact them and they'll place the order for you. You love the card. Yeah, it is a very bright, happy card. I agree. I'm very happy with how it turned out. But I mean, with those colours, Melon Mambo, Fresh Freesia, and Granny Apple Green and Pumpkin Pie, you can't really go wrong. I mean, they're really, really bright. There's a lot of brights in there. The Fresh Freesia is a subtle, but the Melon Mambo, the Pumpkin Pie, and the Granny Apple Green are all brights. So, of course, it's going to be a bright, happy card. Oh, hey, Nori. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. That's fabulous. I think I maybe missed some comments, and I'm so sorry if I've missed some comments. So that's the problem. I get crafting and you know, yeah, I don't always catch all the comments. So I'm very sorry about that. All right. So what time is it? It's 8:25. We haven't got a lot of time left. So I'm thinking maybe I will just pull out, what do you think? Something else new. Oh, I'm crooked. Even more crooked. There we go. Something else new. Has anyone got anything they want to see? I actually finally sat down and put some of my new stuff away today. I've been playing a little bit with this set. I will show you the paper. I think I may have shown you once before, but I'm going to show you the paper because it is absolutely beautiful. And I'm also going to show you, I have some, there's some new glimmer paper coming out, and that is super, super nice. And if I have access to that, let me see if I have it handy. The new glimmer paper, it's ombre glimmer paper, and that's a new online exclusive. So it's not actually in the catalogue. I've actually got a whole bunch of different stamps and sets and things that I can't wait to show you. So, no, I'll have to show you the ombre on Sunday night because I don't have it handy right now. But this is the paper that goes with this set. It's called Delightful Wishes. And I love this big stamp that says wishing. There's also matching dies for that. Aren't they nice? Super, super nice. I've got so many things to show you. There's no way I can show you everything, actually. It's, yeah. So I'm actually just going to put together the world's fastest card. Let's do a super, super easy peasy card. Oh, I like the yellow gingham. I love this. Look at that. And you've got yellow gingham on that side. You can't go wrong with a gingham. So let's play with that piece. That's really nice. And I'm thinking, what colour will I do the background? I think because we've got old olive and a little bit of mossy meadow in there, I think I'll pick out old olive. That's really nice. Yeah, old olive's a colour that has been around since as long as I can remember. You know, I don't remember there ever not being old olive. We had it back in the olden days when I was first a demonstrator in 2006. We had a set called Earth Elements. Does anyone remember those? And old olive ended up moving to the Regals, which is close to the old Earth Elements. However, old olive at one point was a bright. It was an Earth Element, and then it ended up in the brights. And yeah, it's moved around all over the place. So I'm just going to really cut a super quick, easy card just using the paper. I'm not going to get out the dies, or maybe I'll just do a quick thing with the stamps, but I'm not going to do a lot with it today. I'm just going to do a really quick, easy card. Right, so this is 6.5 centimeters wide and 13.8 long, and it's on a 10 centimeter by 14.3 centimeter base. And then the backing piece, this piece here, I'm going to make that about 2.5 centimeters or 2.6, and we'll make that 13.8 as well. And this piece is just going to fill in that little space that's left over. All right, so I've got this here, and I've got this piece right here. That's going to fill in that space. All right, so you can have them either way. You can have it on this side if you prefer. Which side do you want it? Do we have the gingham on the left or the gingham on the right? Which way do you think you would like it? That's okay, Nori. Don't ever complain or say anything about being late. Cookie sounds distressed. Yes, he's fine. He's just having a moment. I'm not really sure what his issue is tonight. He's fighting with himself. Earlier today, I went to get him out. Like, I put my hand out for him to hop on, and he didn't want to. Sometimes he does that. I've got to get him pretty early in the day. If I wait too late in the day to take him out, he on the right. Margaret says right. Leslie says, Barbara says left. Megan says left. No, he's just squeaking away to himself. Well, it's kind of 50-50 which side to do, so that's no help. I'm just going to stick it down however it appeals to me because, sorry, I hope nobody minds which side I stick it on. I mean, how beautiful is this yellow? And it's yellow, white, and old olive. It's just beautiful. Daffodil Delight. And there's a little bit of peach pie in there as well. And then I'm going to make this card super, super easy. Let's see if I have any. You know, I'm just going to use a punch. So I've got a 2-inch punch, and I've got a 1 3/4 inch punch, and all of these really need to be on a longer, thinner banner. So I'll pick something different with a different set. Let's go Make a Wish. Right here, birthday celebration. That'll be nice. Make a Wish. Let's see if that will fit on my, will just fit on my 1 1/4 inch punch. And I'm going to stamp it with Old Olive ink. So when you want a quick and easy card, you just reach out for a favorite sketch. This is one of my favorite sketches because I just find it so easy to you know, to pull out something that you know is always going to work. I've got a mountain of paper here, and this piece needs to be cut, but oh well. So I'm just stamping it here on the edge. And let's see if it does fit. If it doesn't fit on this one, I can go up to the 2-inch. That won't matter. So let's see if we can make this fit. It does fit, but only just. But do we think that's okay? What do you think? Yeah, whatever. It's going to do. Now, I am going to grab myself a little bit of Granny Apple Green glitter paper. And you're probably thinking, but we're not using Granny Apple Green. What are you doing, Linda? We also have a bit of Old Olive in one of those old ones, but it's close enough. Look at that. It's a good match. The festive glitter paper has Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, and the Cherry Cobbler, but the Granny Apple Green goes really nicely with Old Olive. All right, I'm going to pop this and roll it around here just to edge it. On the back of here, I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals. One, 2, and 3. Anyone doing anything exciting? That's true. Cherie's right. If a bird's in pain, they suffer in silence. Yep, that's exactly right. I'm more worried about him when I can't hear him. All right, so then that is going to go right there. I'm just going to whack that straight down. I probably should have gone on a slightly bigger piece. It might have been nicer with a little bit of a bigger piece around it, but oh well, it is what it is. That's fine. And I would probably add, you're going to think I prepared these in advance, but I've got another. This is one of those, the iridescent striped ribbon, and there's also some yellow ribbon. So that actually would be quite nice. I could add that. It's already tied. It's nothing easier than that, right? But here's another option. This is new ribbon that goes with this set. It is Daffodil Delight, and it will tie a really pretty bow. So do we want the iridescent or do we want to go with the yellow? What do you think, guys? Looks good as it is. Oh, you went and saw Wicked last night, Susan. You liked it. That's awesome. You know, I haven't been to the movies in ages. We used to go all the time, and there hasn't been anything much on of late that I have thought I wanted to see. But my husband is the movie buff. He loves his movies. Right, so that's how that would look. That's quite pretty too, isn't it? Iridescent, says Sheila. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Looks like you're outnumbered, Sheila. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, honey. All right, so I'm going to just use a glue dot and pop that on, and then we'll trim off the ends. And then we'll add some bling. But what bling shall we add? You know what we could do? We could use the white in these. That would actually be very pretty. No bow for you? Oh, Leslie, there you go. That's a lot. That's like quite a collection. You've got more movies. You've got more DVDs than glitter paper. Sorry, I can't let it. I can't let it die. Those little white glimmery bits actually look quite nice, don't they? What do you think? Do we like that? I think I should have made this bigger. I would have liked it better if it was bigger. I should have gone 2-inch for the white piece, and I should have gone 2 3/8 for the glittery piece. That would have looked nicer. It's just a little bit too small. Yeah, just. Oh, I love it when people ask you what your favorite movie is, because it depends on what day of the week I get asked, because I have so many favorites, but I have a couple that always come up. And not everyone agrees with me, but probably my all-time favorite comfort movie that I would watch over, and I have watched over and over and over, is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I think it is profound. I love that movie. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me, but I love it. It's a very, very cool film. I was thinking one night, I don't know how you guys feel, but one night we should have a pajama night. Mind you, there's no point in you guys wearing your pajamas because I can't see if you're wearing them or not. The only person who everyone gets to see their pajamas would be me. Unless it was a Zoom, I suppose, then we'd all see each other's pajamas. But I thought it might be fun to do a slumber party one night. All right, here we go. Well, I do Zoom once every 2 months. In fact, there'll be one at the end of January. I do a Zoom based on new product. I've been doing that now for, the last, I think have we done 3 Zooms? I think we've done 3 now. So the last 6 months or so we've been doing those. And they've been going really well. And if anyone is looking for, I will announce over the next couple of weeks before the 7th of January when the new catalogue stuff goes live, I'll announce which will be my Zoom set that you would need to do the next Zoom with me. So lots of fun things coming up, isn't there? An Affair to Remember is your favourite film. You know what? I'm so sorry, but I don't think I've seen that. That's very bad of me. I should definitely see that movie. It would be, Julianne, a slumber dinner. Yeah. Well, you know what? PJ's nighty. Whatever you wear to bed. Unless anyone doesn't wear things to bed, and then we wouldn't be including those people. A card swap. Ooh. Yes, lots of fun ideas. So I am curious, who is going to the Stampin' Up convention in Brisbane next March? Who's going to that? Because I'm going. I would love to see some of you there. You know, all the dialogue. Yeah, I'm like that with Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I can, and The Princess Bride and Shawshank Redemption. I can probably just about quote all of those movies as they say it. There's a few movies like that. Birthday suits not allowed. I know. Well, not if we're on Zoom. That could be challenging. That could be very confronting for some people. I think not. Oh, look, I'm sure you're all beautiful when you go to bed, no matter what you wear. All right, you guys. Well, how did we go tonight? We did 2 cards. I got to say, I like this one. I mean, this is the one I put the more effort into, so I should like it better. But there's a couple of things made with new stuff tonight. How did we go? Did you like the new stuff? Are these sets that you guys have looked at before and wondered? Or, by the way, if you are on my customer list and have ordered from me in the last 6 months or so, all my catalogues went out to those people at the beginning of this week, so you should have it. Unless there's anyone over in WA maybe who hasn't got theirs yet. But hopefully most people who have got them from me. Yeah, Shawshank's an awesome movie. Oh, did you? Which one? Which Pride and Prejudice, Julianne? Was it the Keira Knightley one? Or, the Jennifer Ale one? Indeed, we don't want to be using loose glitter. Exactly. All right, everybody, we'll see you on Sunday night. I'm just going to pop back to me. here I am. I hope that you all have a great weekend doing whatever it is that you love to do. Maybe some crafting, maybe some time with family or friends. I just hope it's a lovely weekend for you, and that no one's too stressed about Christmas, because it's coming, but you know, we're all going to get through it. We're going to be okay. All right. You're very, very welcome. Yeah, the Keira Knightley one, it's good, isn't it? My husband loves that movie. Me too. It's great. All right. We will see you again on Sunday night, hopefully, 7:30, same time, same bat channel, and I will be back then. So have a great weekend, and look after yourselves. Thanks, guys. Bye.